Aubrey Plaza's journey of love, loss, and living with grief. Everyone experiences grief at some point in life. But when that grief comes from losing the person you love most, it becomes a weight that never fully lifts. Hollywood actress Aubrey Plaza is living through that reality. In January 2025, her husband, filmmaker Jeff Baena, passed away at just 47 years old. 7 months later, Aubrey is beginning to share how she's coping with that loss. Day by day, moment by moment. A daily battle speaking with her friend and Parks and Recreation co-star Amy Poehler on a podcast, Aubrey explained, "I'm here, I'm working, and I'm moving through the world. I'm grateful. But it's a daily struggle." Her words reveal something powerful, that grief isn't a single moment of sadness. It's a constant journey. Some days bring peace, other days, a small memory can send you back into the darkest corners of loss. The symbol of the gorge. Aubrey used a striking metaphor to describe her pain. After watching the 2025 film The Gorge, she saw herself in the story. The movie shows two cliffs, with a gorge full of monsters in between. She said, "That feels like what grief is at all times. It's this giant ocean of awfulness right there in front of me. Sometimes I want to dive into it. Sometimes I just look at it, and sometimes I try to escape. But it's always there." Her words paint a vivid picture not just of her own grief, but of what so many people feel after unimaginable loss. A beautiful journey together before tragedy struck. Aubrey and Jeff had built a long and beautiful journey together. 2011. They met during a casual game night. A friendship grew into love. 2014. They collaborated on Life After Beth, Jeff's directorial debut, with Aubrey in the lead role. In the years that followed, they worked on films like Joshi, The Little Hours, and Spin Me Round. Jeff once said in an interview, "I'd be working with Aubrey even if she weren't my wife. Luckily, she is my wife. To create something where we're both fulfilled, that's so rare." Their relationship was more than marriage. It was friendship, creativity, and deep mutual admiration. Marriage and public love. In 2021, Aubrey announced on social media that they had married. She proudly called him her darling husband and celebrated his imagination and creativity. He wasn't just her partner, he was her biggest fan. Darkness arrives, but in 2024, things became difficult. Reports suggest the couple quietly separated. Aubrey moved to New York, while Jeff remained in Los Angeles. Even then, they stayed in contact. The night before his death, they spoke on the phone. Hours later, Jeff sent her one final message. In January 2025, the heartbreaking news broke. Jeff Baena had died by suicide. It wasn't only the loss of a husband, it was the end of a creative partnership, and the pause of a love story 14 years in the making. Living with grief today, Aubrey describes her grief as an endless ocean. Sometimes you drown in it, sometimes you watch it from the shore, sometimes you run from it, but it is always there. Her words capture what many of us know, but rarely say. Grief never really leaves. We don't move on from it. We move through it. A universal story. Aubrey's journey teaches us something universal. Loss changes us. It reshapes our days, our choices, our futures. But through her honesty, Aubrey reminds us, grief is not weakness. It's proof of love. And learning to carry it is one of the hardest, yet most human, things we ever do. Jeff Baena's legacy lives on through his films, his collaborations, and the memories he left behind. And Aubrey Plaza's courage to speak about her grief gives voice to millions of others facing the same silent battles. Closing and call to action. Grief and mental health are not easy topics to discuss, but talking about them matters. If you or someone you know is struggling, remember, you are not alone. Asking for help is not weakness. It is strength. If this story moved you, make sure to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more stories that matter. Your small action might bring hope to someone who desperately needs it.